Now, even though we work hard to make sure that our pages are designed properly and that our web pages are working good, it's likely that there's still some potential users out there that are going to be using a web page or a web browser that is unable to view the video content. And if that happens, we want to make sure that we have a fallback image in there that shows up just in case the video isn't able to play. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to add a image using our poster attribute that allows it to reference a given, we're going to use a PNG file or an image, that if the video is unable to play, we have that fallback image that displays a single frame of our video that we've captured. So we'll go ahead and look at that code now. And all we're doing is just adding right here into our opening video tag. Just going to add that attribute value pair for the poster attribute, and that is referencing this picture here to be displayed. So let's go ahead and go down here. We're going to add a line. Now we add this line down here. This is our completed code for our full fallback image. Here in our closing tag, just above the closing tag, sorry, enter in our image tag, then we've added the attribute value pair to specify the source, the image itself, any alternate text, which is bush with purple flowers covered in dark butterflies. We've given it our width and height dimensions, and we've added a title here to be displayed. Unfortunately, your browser isn't able to play this video. Once you've got that entered, go ahead and save your file and then refresh your page. You can refresh your page, but if you've already seen the video anyway, you're not going to see that change take effect. It's only if the browser did not support HTML5 and wasn't able to show the video using the Flash player. So let's go ahead, and that will conclude it for providing a fallback image. Thankfully, you're not able to see the fallback image because you know your browser's working fine. Let's go ahead and move into the next portion of Unit K. This part of Unit K is covering implementing the audio element, and audio is added to your web page by using the audio element. And this is for linking audio files to a web page and enabling users to control playback. The audio element makes use of the same attributes as the video element and accepts nested source elements for source files in multiple formats. Now, table K-8 shows your MIME types for the most common audio formats, which are MP3 and OGG. So we're going to go back to our web page now, and we're going to add an option for users for playing a recording of a short song in the Accordion Festival section of the events page. And you'll just add the file in two formats, MP3 and OGG. One or both of these formats are supported by most of the current browsers today. Here are the steps we're going to perform. There you go, and you can see the end here, where we will be able to see our audio controls. So you can see that they pretty much match those of our video controls, and this will only play the audio file that we have indicated. So let's go ahead and go back to our events file in our text editor and start making these changes. Okay, now that we're back in our text editor, let's scroll down to go just above the closing section tag for the accordion rendezvous section. We're going to insert our opening and closing audio tags on separate lines. Go down here to our accordion rendezvous area. We'll go right above our closing selection area here. Go back to the previous line, and we'll enter a space there. We'll go ahead and put our tags in. And that's lined up with our video up there, so we're gonna go. That's good there. Our selection one moved just a little bit, so let's go ahead and back that up just a little. There we go. Everything looks lined up pretty good now. Now in our opening audio tag, we're going to add our attribute value pair. Controls equals controls again. So we'll go here in our open tag, we'll add a space. And there we've added our attribute value pair. And because an audio element contains no visual content, it's invisible on a web page unless controls are displayed. Therefore, it's almost always a good idea to include your controls. Now within our audio element, let's add a source element containing the attribute value pairs for our source, location, and file type. We'll just go ahead and add that now. We will add that line now. We've declared our source, the type of file, the name of the file, it's the .mp3 file, and the type is audio /MPEG. That is the MIME type that we have now declared. Now beneath the code we just entered, we want to add a second source element containing the attribute value pairs source, mediafire, or media /bonfire.ogg, and then the type of audio /OGG with codecs Vorbis. Let's go ahead and do that now. We will just enter a line, put our code in. You can read through that now. Now you'll notice that no codecs were defined for the MP3 file type, so you specify only the MIME type in the type attribute. And we've used our codecs here in our OGG MIME type. Let's go ahead and save our work where we're at. We'll go back to our page and reload it. If the audio controls are displayed in your browser, use them to start and stop the song, move forward and backwards with it, and if possible, you can adjust the volume just to get a feel for those controls you've just created and put into your web page. Alright, so now we're back on our page. We'll go ahead and reload that, and we see that our audio controls match functions and appearance of our video controls. You can hit play there. That's enough of the accordion music, and you can see that you can play with the volume and your location. Looks like everything's good, guys. Hopefully this is where you're at as well. If not, just go back, or you can reference the completed code in figure K-12 in your e-text. So thank you for working through that part with me. Now we're going to move into the last portion of Unit K, which is adding audio support for older browsers like we did for our video earlier. Now, just like with what we saw with embedded video, not all of your older browsers recognize the HTML5 audio tag. So if they don't recognize that HTML5 audio tag, we have to use an object element and nested param elements to specify fallback content, just like we did for our fallback video. Let's go ahead and look at those steps now, and we will put that coding in and complete Unit K as we finish up with adding audio support for older browsers. Let's go ahead and look at those steps now. Here are the steps from our e-text for adding audio support for older browsers. Alright, now that you take a look at those steps, let's go ahead and return to our events.html file in our text editor one more time. Alright, first what we're going to do is we're going to go just above the closing audio tag, and we're going to enter our opening and closing object tags on separate lines. So let's go ahead and go to the right above the closing audio tag here. Just right here, we're going to go to the line right above it, hit enter, and then we're going to put in our object tags. Now that you've got those created, Within our opening object tag, so let's go ahead and go there now. What we're going to do is we are going to add the attribute value pair type equals application / x shockwave flash data equals media / bonfire.swf, and we're going to assign it the width and height values as well. So let's go ahead and put that information in now, and you can always refer to this code on figure K-14 in your e-text. Add a space here, add our code there, shockwave flash bonfire.swf, and we've put our height and width values in there. Then we're going to go down to the next line. So between our object tags here, we're going to enter our param elements on separate lines for our movie, W mode, loop, and play. So even though the file contains no video, you will still indicate its location and the movie parameter. Let's go ahead and put that information in now. And there we have put in all of our param elements, just like we did for our video, only we just changed one little piece of the media information right there. Go ahead and save your work one more time. Not save as, but save. Let's go back to our browser, and we'll refresh. As you saw with the flash of the screen, we have refreshed. So that's it. Just go ahead and save all your work. You can, as always, validate your code for our events.html file. Make any changes that are necessary to fix any of the errors that pop up when you're doing your validation. And then just go on the web server and post your work. Thanks a lot for everyone, and make sure you send me the URL to be able to access your work on the web server. Good job, everyone, in completing Unit K, and we'll move on next week and obviously move on to the next unit. So great work, and welcome to now putting audio and video into your web pages.